Here we go. So I'm finally happy with my base, no money spent squad. Squad costs about 30k, but I'm really happy with limited time. I've managed to put together a really strong squad that I've tested out on unlimited and it works really, really well. I'm going to break down the game modes in which you can focus on, especially if you're limited time and no money spent. And then I'm going to reveal the squad to you at the end. Let's get into it. Up until a week ago, this is the squad I was running. I really liked this team, but there was a lot of value in the team. Players like Stockton, George, Morning, I had to get rid of them while their value was still high. I did pick up Rolando Blackman, but he's not very good. So he didn't make the team anyway, but he was there. So this is the squad I was running. Then I upgraded it a few days ago. This is what it looked like. Now, this was the team I was running with for the last few days, and I loved this team. Darren Williams is amazing. Matumbo's better than Morning. I prefer Darren Williams to John Stockton as well. Having IT come off the bench as well was really powerful. So this was a really, really good squad. I think if you're going to spend money or, if you're going to spend all your MT, this is a good squad. But this doesn't look like a no money spent squad. There's expensive players in here. You can look at our MT. We've got just over 50k. This isn't the strategy for this year, but this was the squad I used to get to the strategy, which you'll see in a second. So the key to my strategy was to finish domination. There is no doubt that when you're no money spent, the best way to build a brilliant no money spent base squad is through domination. You're getting rewards like George Mikan. There's other diamond rewards throughout. You're also picking up a load of tokens that you can use to buy even better players. It just is. And if you compare it to any other game mode, like if you look at the XP agenda board, you're getting Curry at the end of it, yes, but you're not building a strong squad. Pippin and Larry are unlikely to stay in your team. So if you want to build a really strong base squad, finish domination. I'm going to show you what it does at the end. You'll see the transition. And once you picked up all those players, you can sell all the players that have value, which is exactly what we did. Now, Darren Williams and Matumbo are not cards I want to sell because I really, really liked using those cards. But there's two reasons I'm getting rid of them. The first one is I'm picking up suitable free replacements. And you'll see when you see the squad, there are good replacements. The second reason is Season 2 is coming. And when it arrives, every one of these cards will crash in price. So get rid of any cards in the next few days that have any value. I'm telling you, diamonds that are worth 100k now are going to be worth 40 or 50 in a week. They will start releasing cards, higher tier cards at a ridiculously fast rate, and your squad will get devalued. So if you are no money spent, especially, grab your MT back. That's what you need to do. Put it up while the price is still high. They're already starting to tick down. If you look at the auction house, cards like Stockton that weren't buy now a week ago are suddenly buy now at 85, 90k. Now I just want to touch a little bit more on those game modes that I was talking about. So I've had very limited time to play this. We're not in lockdown anymore. I'm getting maybe 8 to 10 hours a week of game time. So there's a few things. Now, I haven't really played Unlimited. As you can see, I played a couple. I was actually 1-1 earlier. I won a couple of games just testing out the new squad, which shows you that it works. But Unlimited, there's that Paul Pierce at the top, and there are decent things along the way. There's Hall of Fame badges, things like that. But again, it's not really going to build you a solid base squad. It's not going to get you 10 players that you really want to use. In terms of triple threat offline, I recorded a video that showed me winning 70 games in a few hours. And I said I was going to continue with it. And I didn't, to be honest, because it's just pointless. It's really easy to get through this. I stand by that. But, Stefan Marbury and JaVale McGee, neither of those two will make my team right now. So it really did become pointless as soon as I started realising how good domination was to build that base squad. Limited is fine. It's a lot of fun. That Ralph Sampson reward is out now. He's definitely got value. But again, you're not building a squad through this. And, ultimately, the main mode this year that they're focusing on is the XP agenda board. Steph Curry's the best player in the game, don't get me wrong. But again, you're not building a squad through this. And I think the concern with no money spent, we know how bad that Pippin card is. He's the second best card. Actually, reality, Larry's probably the second best card. But you've got Curry and basically nothing else. So if you're no money spent, what are you doing to build the rest of your squad? The answer is probably buying players out the auction house, which is not what you want to be doing if you're no money spent. So looking at domination, there's no scenario where it's not the best game mode. Van Exel's fine. You're not really going to use him once you're done. Rolando Blackman is terrible. He's a terrible, terrible card. But throughout all of this, you're picking up tokens. It's really key. The tokens are the foundation of my team. Outside of that, when you get into all time, just the rewards are ridiculous. You get 45 tokens basically for winning 5 games. So you get the 30 tokens that you can see, and then you get 3 tokens for winning every game. And you also get a couple of additional players. So when you complete the East and you complete the West, There's a couple of players you get, which I'll show you in a second. And then obviously you get George Mikan at the end of it. You're going to pull several players out of the token reward market. You're going to pull a few diamonds. You'll get through the Amethyst board probably by the time you're done on Historic, and all time is basically going to be completely dedicated to picking up diamond reward cards. So Domination is that mode if you want to build this squad. And there are people with better squads out there that have basically taken a similar route, or they've completed a few of these different things, and maybe they're onto the pink diamond token rewards and things like that. But if you have the time, you can do that. I just haven't had the time. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with my squad at the end of this. So just a reminder, this is what we had before. This is the squad we were running. We had 50-ish thousand MT. Let's see what it turned into. And there it is. Look at the difference it made. I mean, Domination just completely transformed this squad. It's diamond heavy now. We've got pink diamonds in the team. There's only a couple of amethysts left, and that's really out of choice. Let's break down the team. I loved using this team on Unlimited. You know, it felt really, really strong, really well rounded, and the type of team I would have put together, you know, even if I was using the auction house. So, Fat Lever's amazing. Just look at his stats: 93, 94. He does everything. It's not really any more complicated than that. You know, as a point guard, he's got diver, he's got clamps, he's got interceptor, he's got everything that you want. Limitation could be his shot. I mean, I did chuck a speed shoe on him, which I'll show you what it does in a second. That was about 3k, that shoe. His three-point shot is only an 81, but it feels better than that, to be honest. I'm greening fairly consistently with him. It was actually tougher on Domination than it was on Unlimited because it's on All-Star difficulty. But you can see his handles, you know, his speed. He's a fantastic card. Old Monroe, I'm going to be honest, is probably still a placeholder. I've got Sleepy Floyd off the bench, but I'm probably going to switch him round. Old Monroe offensively is just an absolute juggernaut in this game. You know, he's got 30 gold badges, and they're basically all offensive badges. They're basically all of the offensive badges. And again, his stats kind of back that up. He's got an 86 three-point shot, which is great. You know, that's why I run him at shooting guard. But, you know, he's just good across the board. Great handles, you know, decent perimeter defense and decent speed. Again, could probably do with his shoe. Michael Cooper's not leaving my squad. I'm not going to go into this in detail. He's not going to leave my squad for a while because those Hall of Fame clamps are a game changer. If you're running man-to-man defense, this is the best card in the game. You just put him on the opposition's best attacker and he locks him up. Al Horford is a power forward I've been waiting for them to release. There isn't a good stretch four in the token market, in the auction market, sorry. There just isn't. Al Horford is that guy. You know, he is 6'10", runs at power forward, and he's got an 83-point shot. That's all you need from him. Certainly an upgrade of what I had. George Mikan is a pink diamond. He's amazing. Probably the best centre in the game. Tiny Archibald. I mean, this card is got to be one of the most fun cards I've ever released. He's so much fun to use. And he's a strong card as well. I mean, he puts up, you know, 30, 40 points a game off the bench. But he's just so much fun to use. And again, as a point guard, does a lot of what you need. His three-point shot is a 75, but he is an Evo, and I'm working on Evoing him because I want to get that up. I don't know if the Evo is actually on the card. It isn't. But we're getting there with that. It will make a difference. Sleepy Floyd's not leaving my team. Not for a while. The value I'll get for him right now just doesn't offset how good he is. Brian Winters, you know, free reward on Triple Threat offline. Boris is interchangeable with Willis Reed at the moment. I still think Boris Diaw is probably one of the best power forwards in the game. I'm not in a rush to get rid of him like I said in my last video. But Willis Reed is really underrated. If you need someone to sit in the post and protect it from power forward, basically, this is the best card. He's an absolute beast defensively. 94 block, 95 interior defense, 90 rebounds. He's just absolutely dominant. And Artis is amazing. I sold Mutombo. Artis is a better version of him. And he's an Evo. You can get him up to Pink Diamond, which I'm gonna continue to work on as well. There's three other cards here. You know, I've spoken about Willis, but Rolando and Van Exel don't really get a look in. I usually chuck 3 bronzes on the end of my bench. But look at the difference. I mean, like I said, I broke down before all the different game modes you could have approached to build a good base squad. You know, you compare it to the XP agenda board, you've got Curry and not really much else. You know, you compare it to any other mode, limited, you've got Samson, not really much else. Domination is the way forward. It is the way to build a squad. And just a reminder, this squad, I think, actually cost less than 30k. Because I got Sleepy Floyd for 11 when he came out. Boris was around 6k. I think Michael Cooper was around 11 when I picked him up. But you will notice in the top right corner as well, we have 340,000 MT. So that's all just sitting there. So this squad is not only a really good squad, the value of it really will show next season. because Season 2's on its way, and we've got a load of MT to spend if we need it. We're going to hold on to it, and we're going to see what game modes they drop next season, but just a reminder of the things I've said in this video. Domination is absolutely the way to go to build a decent squad, a really good base squad, and get rid of any players that you have with value. So going into Season 2, I'm really confident with this squad. Like I said, I tested the squad out on Unlimited today. It worked really well, running against Pink Diamonds, all sorts. You know, we won both games. It was comfortable. So we've got really good base squad. I do have a video coming of why I didn't play more of Unlimited this year, but I think this video might answer that question to an extent. You know, the time it would have taken to play 70 games. That's coming though. So that's everything for now. I hope this video helps. We're a new channel, guys, so every like and every subscribe helps us out massively. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys.